Hi, everybody. How are you today? I was going to come on here just really quickly and talk about this shit show. It's a mess. It's a mess between Rocky Bivens and Latasha Scott and the alleged mistress Unique. And I do not know how to say this girl's last name. It's Foucha. Faucha. Faucha. I don't know. It's a mess. So there's so much going on. So Unique came out today and was expressing her frustrations. Don't you guys like how I clean things up? Expressing her frustrations because Tasha mentioned her child in an interview. Now, before I get to that, let me give you the background of what's going on and just how messy this situation is. Okay, so allegedly, there's been a rumor going on for years that Rocky cheats on Latasha, allegedly, since day one. He's just a cheater, according to these rumors. They really described him as a real piece of work, very selfish, self-centered. And then you hook him up with Latasha. That's a recipe for disaster. But anyway, there was rumors that he's a skirt chaser, and not only is he a skirt chaser, the group allegedly knows. Got a feeling something's going on, but no one told Latasha. And maybe they didn't do that because there was no actual proof. I could see me doing something like that. And, everybody's talking about you behind your back. Oh, and supposedly it was multiple women. And allegedly there's two babies. Two babies. Now, according to Unique, according to the rumors, she's messy too. Now, according to the rumors, she has sent messages and sent other people to make sure that Latasha knows that she was the side piece with the alleged baby. See how messy you get? Some of these women are devious. So I'm not feeling sorry for her either. And Latasha, this is why you don't do your family wrong, because you probably are going to need some support right about now. Because the last thing you can do, Rocky, is go on national television and pretend like you're not a cheater with alleged babies. People are going to be all up in your business. Okay. You cannot hide anything. You look like a liar. So we know it was about a year ago. Unique came out the first time. So they're saying she's real messy and that she knows that he's married and she knows he dates other women. But in her head, she was okay with being number one. You find women like that, okay? You find women like that they don't care as long as, I guess, what you got going on between me and you is okay. I'm cool. I don't know. That's what's going on. But anyway, I guess she got frustrated sending everybody over there to secretly let Latasha know that she's with her man. And get this, and allegedly, Latasha has gotten more than enough clues, people talking about it, but she acts like she doesn't know a thing. So I know women like that too. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing that I know. Child, it's messy, okay? And you got every kind of player there is tied up to this one scandal. Because I know women like that. You going to play basketball at 1 a.m. They don't say nothing. You know what I'm talking about. That's what they're saying the role that Tasha's doing. She's acting like nothing is wrong. And which is really weird because at some point, I'm backing away. I'm planning a escape like Wendy Williams. Escape. Play on words. So this came out earlier. So let me go ahead and play this for you. And you guys remember this. This was all over YouTube when she came out the first time. Here it is.
Y'all are not going to believe what I heard. Latocha's husband has been cheating on her and the mistress is exposing it all. The mistress gave us a combo announcement and there's just no way to escape the rumors. This is what Mistress had to say. The most effed up thing the universe can do to you is let you meet the right pair so at the wrong time. I'm just tired of living a lie all these years and ready to live in my truth freely and in peace unapologetically. I have no beef with Latocha. Never interfered with any of his dealings with Escape. Never made him choose. Me and Rocky had our own situation. I know this may be shocking news, but this was a very complicated relationship that I couldn't speak on for obvious reasons. Life can be a biatch, and Alma makes sure mine's is beautiful either way. It is what it is. Wow, if this ain't the most trifling thing I have read all week long. Girl, I am baffled.
See, she posted that with the sonogram. Okay, talking about she's speaking her truth. So everybody was in an uproar. Do you guys remember this? I would say it was about a year ago when she did this. And then the next day she came out. Let me put this up. The girl, she is a mess. I hear she is a mess. That's the rumors were saying. Then she came out probably a day or two later talking about she didn't mean it this way. She didn't mean it that way. Let me play this clip.
Shout out to icecreamconvos.com. What did I say? I knew this heifer was lying. I knew she was absolutely not. Now she's saying Mr. Man manipulated her into saying that her page was hacked.
So she came out the next day. She said she didn't write that stuff. Someone hacked her page. And then she came back and said that, well, I was manipulated. He made me say, you can't believe her either. She's a real messy girl. Okay. When you do things like send a letter to his church, send a letter to Latasha through the church, you're messy. You're messy. So I'm not really feeling for anybody in this situation, but they left it off where, okay, she was just talking. There's no baby or anything, but allegedly her baby is allegedly his baby. Okay. And it sounds like Unique is more than willing to take a paternity test. But anyway, let's keep going. So what brought us here today is she's on Instagram again. And this time she's pissed off because Tasha did not acknowledge that there was another child. Okay. Child, she's got a lot of nerve. Listen, let me go ahead and play this clip for you. I did not name it side piece clip, child. I'm a mess. Here we go.
Been sitting here trying to keep it cool, but I don't need Tasha doing no interviews on my baby. I don't need Tasha doing no interviews on my baby. Y'all want to interview on my baby? You contact me. The only people that can give you interviews on my child and my situation is the two people that was involved. Well, guess what? Other people know about it too. So I ain't gonna say two people. But the only people that could give you information is me and him. And y'all know he ain't about to give it. He ain't about to give it. He already showed what the fuck he is. He already showed me who the fuck he is. He ain't about to, or whatever y'all looking at, or whatever y'all going off of. But that ain't his reality. That ain't his reality. How the fuck you gonna do a damn reality show? It ain't even your fucking reality. All these years. So you know what it is. There's no way you could be with somebody all these years and you're not with them 24/7. And, you know, you've been hearing shit about the man. I didn't even know he was wilding like that. That's why I left. If y'all want to know. If I still wanted to be with him, I could still be with him. I left because I saw that he was out here wilding. You ain't about to disrespect me. You ain't about to do that to me. So I'm like, I'm not, you ain't about to play with me like this. Fuck no. So I dipped because I don't play that shit. So that's when people was talking about home wrecking and all of this. No, I was under the impression that I was it. And he was getting out of that. But if I know that he out here doing this and that and just wilding, you can miss me with that bullshit. I'm not with that shit. You're not about to have me out here looking stupid. Period. You're not about to do that to me and disrespect me. The only reason I got up on here is because she went to the radio station and asked about my child, and her demeanor with it, the way she said what she said. That's a trigger. You don't know what the fuck. I'm still healing. That's like you don't speak on my child. And then for you, your question is, you know, I mean, the question was, is there outside baby? And you're like, no, there's no outside baby and stuff. Forget my situation. Let's not talk about my baby. Why he not taking paternity tests for these other babies that's out here? Why? Because a person who know that they ain't their child, they taking that shit. So you can shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my face and keep it moving. When you know there's absolutely no chance, because you being a good husband and you ain't out here fucking with nobody and you ain't out here fucking raw, you gonna be like, man, come on, we gonna take this so you can leave me the fuck alone. You gonna do that. But you haven't did that. You haven't did that. See, I don't know what's been told to you. I don't know what all he told you. He must have coached you for this interview or whatever. So all I'm saying is, it's a lot. But if you want to know, I could tell you. I could tell you the real. Because what you're not going to do, Rocky, is you're not about to threaten me. I'm not fucking scared of you. I ain't fucking scared of you. I'm not scared of you.
This is a whole hot mess. Okay, like, okay, let's just go. It's so much wrong going around. Everybody needs a turn. Okay, let's start with this side piece. I'm not gonna be disrespected. Girl, that's not your husband. You're the side piece. You're not gonna be disrespected. You already disrespected yourself by having a baby allegedly with this man who is not leaving his wife for you because he's where he wants to be. Okay? You sending everybody to whisper in Tasha's ear, he's got a baby, he's got a baby. You being a snake and sending letters allegedly to people's church is not going to make him respect you. He doesn't respect you from day one. Because you accepted for many, many years, like you said, it's okay for me to be your side piece. Candy should bring her onto film. Y'all are messy. She might as well. You know, Candy is a businesswoman. Might as well make money off of it. It's just crazy. I mean, please, side pieces need to know their place. And a side piece means I have an agreement with you. I know you married. I know you got a child with Latasha, and I'm going to stay in the background. If you didn't make that agreement with him, you know, subconsciously, then you wouldn't have been in that relationship. What gives you the right to come up here and talk about you're being disrespected? She could talk about whatever she wants to talk in her damn interview. And if she doesn't want to acknowledge the child that you had out of wedlock with her husband, allegedly, she don't have to talk about it. And I'm not even a Latasha fan. I'm just upset with the disrespect of the side piece not knowing your role for years. Okay, all of that trickery you got going on, sending notes secretly, writing them from anonymous letters, girl, that is ridiculous. If you got to do all of that for a man to love you or leave his wife for you, girl, you need to wake up. If he ain't left her by now, he ain't gonna leave her. Now let's go back. Let's go to the role of Latasha, the I don't know my husband cheating one. That's her role. You know, I got blinders on. As long as I look this way, you know, I'm not gonna see this and this and this because it's allegedly more than one baby and way more than 5 women. The rumor is, girl, he been cheating on you since day one. But let me tell you all the mistakes you're making in this relationship, Tasha. You giving him all of the power. He says what projects you do. He tells you when. He tells you how. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to play basketball at midnight. This is why you don't do your family wrong. Because right about now, you need some support. Because all these women that he's alleged sleeping with, raw dog, whatever they call it, they gonna come out right about now. And you think that Tamika embarrassed you because y'all stole $30,000 from her. Let's talk to the side pieces. Let's talk about what a bum he really is. And let's talk about he does not respect you. Girl, you have played yourself in every kind of way. I told y'all, don't go on reality TV if you don't want your dirt to come out. Do not. I don't know what he was thinking. I think because he quieted up the first time she came out and said that she had a baby by him, he made her go back and say, well, no, it was me. And then she gets mad at him. No, he's manipulating me. Girl, at this point, I don't even care about you and this baby. I really don't, because you don't care about yourself. Okay. You really, really don't. And then try to mess up his game even further as if he's going to leave Latasha by telling her in front of a public forum right now that there's way more other women that you did the same thing allegedly to them that you did to Tasha. Okay. Allegedly, didn't you try to contact them? Talk about what you doing with my man? Allegedly, didn't you? Does that sound smart? I know he married. He cheating with me and two other people, and I get mad at the two other people. I get mad at the two other people because y'all sleeping with my man who's married. The only victims here is them alleged children, because every adult in this situation got a screw loose. How dare y'all sleep with my man, what they call it, raw dog, and he married? That's community ping. What are you talking about, girl? Anybody could have it. It's just yours now? No, I'm gonna have to tell you something that's gonna be very devastating. That's community ping. Okay? Yours, your man. Do you really think, girl? Somebody just said that you remind him of Arion. I put it on the screen. Yes, worse than Arion. Worse. Because at least he claimed the baby. Martell claimed the baby. Here he like, I don't know her. I don't know what she talking about. Tasha, girl, how long are we gonna turn a blind eye? Do I need to go get a paternity test for you? Should we do it, guys? So should we just send in a paternity test for Rocky? This is ridiculous. You're more worried about somebody saying you have no ass, aka Tamika. You're body shaming me. But you getting played in the worst kind of way. And all you're worried about is being the lead singer of Escape and that sorry ass gospel album. It makes no sense. Everybody need counseling. Y'all need a counselor to teach y'all role in this mess. I'm not going to even say stop cheating, Rocky, because this has been going on so long. That's just what you do. But you got to do it better. You got to get a better game. Okay. I don't even want to tell Unique, go sit down somewhere. Girl, shut up. That is not your man that you fighting for. And if you are okay with having a baby whose baby daddy ain't involved, who baby daddy got a wife and another child, and then an alleged other child, you was okay with it all these years. I don't even know why you came out now. Why? She been ignoring it. So she on a radio station. There's no outside child. Then you gonna come and claim that you being disrespected? I can't. I just. What is wrong with these young girls today? Okay, I got to give side piece classes, and the first rule is know your role. If you are the side piece, stay in the back, because anytime you try to come to the front, like Ariane, and demanding respect, everybody gonna cuss you out until you go have a seat and sit back down, and we don't even care about that baby because you did it on purpose. You doing all these tricks to keep this man who's not even worth being keepable. Rocky is the biggest bum, because I'm allowed to have my opinion. This is my opinion of him. He's not attractive. Okay? You're a user. All right? Delusional because Latasha's never going to be the lead singer of Escape. I mean, he is just the Lord. What do you see in him? Because he stole Tamika's money and bought himself a Maserati? He did. He bought a Maserati with Tamika's stolen checks. I'm sorry, Tamika. It's not funny. But what else did they do with the money? Did you guys see he has a white Maserati? Did you buy that with Tamika's money? The whole thing is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. And all parties involved, except the innocent children, all are to blame. Tamika, now you can't go in the dark no more. I mean, Latasha, you can't go in the dark no more. Now he'd embarrassed you while you on this show in front of millions of people. What you gonna do now, girl? Still say ain't no baby? You don't know what you're talking about. Now you got other people coming out saying, no, you got her herself talking about, you just disrespected my child. You disrespected your child, Unique. I mean, this is a mess. Tasha, you got yourself in a mess. Now your sister is done with your ass, and I don't blame her. The group looking at your ass sideways because they don't really give a damn because you've been giving them hell about this tour. If I'm Candy, if I'm Tiny, if I'm Tamika, and it comes out that the baby mom talking about you disrespected my child, I'd be like, girl, Tasha done got herself in some mess. I'm not gonna help you. You stole my money. I can't forget it. Okay, you trying to act like the diva of the group. I can't. And you know what happens when I can't? I won't. I wouldn't give you no sympathy. I'm sorry. You guys know how I am. I said I believe in the death penalty, and I ain't got time for mean, selfish people such as Tasha. I ain't forgot what you did to Tamika. I ain't forgot. I'm not giving you no kind of sympathy. You're a dumbass fool with a man that's going to cheat on you for the rest of your life. And your biggest concern is she body shamed you. Did she really? Or did you body shame yourself? It's just a mess. Thank you, Beatrice. This is a mess. How much time I got? Oh, good. This is a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. And I'm not feeling not one bit, because, I don't play. Not one bit of sympathy for any of these adults. I don't like Rocky. I don't like Latasha. I don't like the crooked side piece child. I don't like nobody. Like, girl, know your role. Sit your ass down and shut up. And this time you can't bring it back. You can't take it back. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I was just saying, we know that's allegedly his damn baby. Okay, you done all but said it. Go on and buy him the paternity test so you could sit down and shut up because I'm tired of looking at you. Hey, Nina.
Hey, Sherelle.
It's a lot. It's a lot, ain't it?
It's a lot, and I have to say this because I'm at work, and I'm gonna let you drop me.
Okay.
You have won my heart. I
You?
am Team Tamika. I am
Oh,
Team
no, you
Tamika.
lying.
No, I retract everything that I said before because I went back. I had seen both episodes, but I went back and watched both episodes again, and I was like, now her mama is a mess, but
Yeah.
and that husband of hers
Mm.
is awful. He's somewhat awful.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in her head. And, if this is a baby that's for real, then so be it. Then she getting what she deserved because she letting that man one slap over her.
This
So
is
I'm
embarrassing.
it's embarrassing, and I hate it's happening to her, and I don't know what she gonna do about this because here we go again with another Montel Holt story,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I'm at work, and I just
Okay.
wanted to tell you because
Girl, thank you.
for some reason, I was trying to send you a super chat, and I'm gonna have to go back and check it because I wanted to say, Sherelle, you got me. I'm Team Tamika, 100%. So,
All right. You know what I like about you, Nina? When you
what
change your opinion, you don't have a problem coming out and saying, I've changed my mind. I do that
I
too.
I changed my mind. Yeah, they did that girl wrong, and it was her husband's doing, and he did buy a Maserati with her
Did you
money.
see the Maserati? I'm telling you, that's
Yes,
producer's money.
yes. But I just hope the next episode everything just come out. Everything. But I'm at work, so you
All
can
right.
drop me and get another caller.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, all right.
Bye. Hey, Sin. Hey,
Hey,
Jennifer.
girl.
Hey, Larry.
Hey,
Let's start with Sin. Girl, this is a mess.
It's a hot boo boo mess.
Hey, in my
And
opinion. Go ahead.
and
Sorry.
Latasha know
hey, Sherelle.
Latasha know that man got babies everywhere.
She know. She knows.
And you know what? If y'all ever notice, it was made a comment how she's bleaching her skin.
Is she? You think so?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes. Go
God.
back and look at some episodes from the first show when they first started doing the show last season, I guess. But you can tell because her knuckles are dark. Okay.
Let me say this. I don't have a problem with you bleaching your skin if that's what you want to do, but I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's a sign of insecurity when you're trying to do that. Um, you know what your
But
husband
not only
like.
is she bleaching her skin, she's trying to change her body for him too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She know what her husband likes on the side.
Mm.
That's why she's trying to do all that. Okay.
Y'all are messy. Y'all are messy. Okay. Jennifer, sound off. This is crazy. Jennifer, can you hear me? Okay, you're on mute. Okay, we'll let her work that out. Larry, sound off.
Hey, Sherelle,
Hey, how are
can
you?
you hear me? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, the caller, the person who said that she's bleaching her skin, she 100% is
Wow.
definitely bleaching her skin because you can tell the difference between her appearance from even the last show that they had back in I think 2017 and now. Definitely, she's lighter skinned than she is than
Sure.
she was back then. You know, and if you can just look at her appearance, she's wearing the blonde wig, and now she probably had some work done, too. But she's probably not saying that she had some work done. But I feel like that Rocky guy is just really really dangerous. And I don't know if you heard Tamika's live, but
Yeah.
she did talk about how well the whole Nikki Gilbert thing, where her husband threatened Rocky threatened Nikki Gilbert's husband and R&B divas back in I think it was like 2012, and
Threatening
that
them
was the last.
how?
With a
Like,
Yeah,
GUN, child. I
oh
told you.
my
with a gun.
God.
Yeah, with a gun.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
and
Are you
that he's
serious?
he's known for being extremely dangerous. And yeah, so Tamika said that on the show you last week on the show, he basically stated to Latasha, if you're gonna put my name out there, you gotta be willing to deal with the consequences. And Tamika was like, well, I kind of took that as a threat, like everybody else did when I first watched it. So I'm waiting to hear or see what the consequences are. So I think this guy is extremely dangerous.
Oh,
I think Tamika, is suffering from, I'm not going to say mental illness, but I think they have been mentally abusing her.
mhm,
Her whole family have been mentally abusing her, and I feel like Latasha too is being mentally abused by her husband. And I
mhm,
think that
mhm.
she
Yep.
is trying to find love,
Mhm.
and it's not. He doesn't love her. He's just seeing. If you just even see his mannerisms when she was singing, his eyes was like, "Oh yes, cash cow." When they were talking to the, yeah. So to the record people at Motown, and they were like all happy. Her husband was a little bit too excited for me, you know. And I just feel like these ladies are being mentally abused.
Yeah.
And yeah, Latasha doesn't see she's willing to go on the radio and lie for her husband, and her husband
Mm-mm-mm.
is telling her every single thing to say,
Everything. Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Opinion. I
So
know you got an opinion. Sound off.
let me tell you something. First of all,
Uh
Tamika has been abused her whole life. So she
huh.
didn't even know it was abuse. If that girl hadn't got in therapy, she would not have said what she said. And that's what she said in her life. Had she not got in therapy, she said I tried to talk to my sister off camera. She wouldn't talk to me. So when
Yep.
we got there, it just kind of came out. I didn't want to put her on blast. I had already forgiven her. So here's my thing: like, you can't show somebody so much grace that you let them walk over you.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you do, they
Mm-hmm.
feel like they can do it again and again and again. And Rocky is a serial cheater. Okay, like he's been cheating and laying it, spreading it all over the country. Okay, he probably got baby mamas in every country. I don't put it past him. He Nick Cannon #2. Okay. And let me tell you something. You silly as all get out. If you get on the internet and tell everybody you was dating this, you was having sex with some married man, thinking he was gonna leave his good thing for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
what incentive he had to leave?
Now, allegedly, opinion, she wrote a letter to the church telling the church that
She should have been writing a letter to herself that said, "Keep your legs closed to marry men." Sherelle, you already know ain't no man gonna leave his good thing. If he was gonna leave, he would have left her in the first place when he was cheating.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, uh-huh. Okay, let me
Oh,
go.
you know what, Shrell? I wanted to briefly add this.
Mhm.
If you remember last time the show came on, and Tasha was mad at she was mad at Jermaine Dupri's father,
Yeah.
who was supposed to help promote her record, her
Hmm.
album.
Hmm.
Well, what happened was she got all the advancements for it and spent it, and then there was no album. Okay, so she had to pay that back. So that's why she started stealing Tamika's money, her and Rocky.
And that's what she did. She stole it. Sunshine, sound off. Or
I call.
sunrise. Sunrise. Sorry. I said
Hi,
sunshine.
Sherelle. I am so glad that Nina called back in because she damn near knocked my head off the other day.
I know. She, but at least she had the guts to come back and say, I've changed my mind. I've done that before too.
And I respect her for that. But she was
Yeah.
ready to knock my head off the other day.
Yeah. I
but
mean, she didn't see it. We seen it. That
right,
girl, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
right.
Go ahead.
I just feel really bad for Tamika. Um, I'm a little sister.
Hmm.
And, it's just me and my sister. And it is hard when you admire, respect, and almost idolize your older sibling for their, and not that they weren't in the same group, but it's a different dynamic when it's sisters, right?
Hmm.
And she tried to cover for her. She tried to respect her. Truth be told, she probably tried to keep her safe in her marriage and said, you know what,
Yeah,
like,
because the rumor is that all of the skate have heard these rumors.
right,
Candy,
Yeah.
Tiny, and so they all
right.
heard it.
She probably tried to keep her safe. Like, I'm not going to ruffle any feathers. I don't want him to hit her, beat on her, or whatever the case may be. She probably just let it go, you know, and made her peace with it. But
Yeah.
like the other caller said, when you go to therapy or you come to a point in life where you begin to just like acknowledge some things, and she has a right. And like I said the other day, nobody can tell you, like, you can do things to someone, but nobody can tell you how to react to it or when
Le-
to react to it. I don't care if it's a day later or 5 years later. If this is coming up for her now, and she, and it came up out of an argument and where enough was enough for her, she has every right to say it. And that mother is disgusting.
Let me go to you, Jennifer. But when I come back, after we're done, I want to know what would you guys do if you were the side piece? Jennifer, sound off.
I just want to say real quick, everyone's saying that Candy needs to have her on the show. Candy should have her on her YouTube show speak on it.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
were saying have
Not on
her
the show. We
on.
don't bring
Oh no.
side pieces to prime time. We do not.
Okay, I thought they were saying on prime time. I'm like, no, no,
Not
speak
on
on
prime
it.
time.
She could
Uh,
have her and Latasha sit down.
Beatrice, sound off.
Sherelle, this is my first time. I love you to death.
Welcome. Thank you.
I love you in period. But
Thank you.
child, let me tell you. That girl, I wish I could strangle her right now.
You mean you
She
need to?
sounds just like Ariana.
Yeah, yeah.
Both of them. They
Mm-hmm.
ratchet. Why
Mm-hmm.
would you want somebody's husband? I had the same thing done to me. And just to tell Tamika, I'm just so mad. I can't even talk. I'm so nervous. But I'm driving. Anyway, to me, I've been through what Tamika been through.
Yeah.
I was abused verbally,
Mm.
mentally, emotionally, and physically by my parents, my aunts, my uncles. I was called black,
Mm.
ugly. They couldn't stand the ground I walked on. I'm the oldest. My
Mm.
sister don't even talk to me.
Mm.
My daddy just died in August. He won't even, we ain't talked since. But he never loved me.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say to Tamika, just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
They got to stand before God and give an account of that. But they
Mm-hmm.
were blacker than me. And they calling me black. I said, okay, I'm 63
Mm-hmm.
and I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say that Latasha is stupid.
Mm.
I sent you $20 and I forgot to send my check. But it's all right. I got on for the first time. But Latasha is stupid, and so is that girl. I don't know who she is, talking about something. Got her messed up. She don't go for that BS.
I know she lost.
Bullshit, you ratchet.
Mm. Damn.
Really? I mean, I'm from the country, y'all, way down in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But she ratchet as hell, and I wish I could grab her by the neck. Both of them, hug
Okay.
them out the wall. But anyway, thank you for getting me on. I'm really glad I got to get on finally for the first time, and I love you guys.
Thank you for calling in. And stay
Yeah,
strong. Hold your head up, okay?
I
Stay
will.
strong.
I am.
Good. All right. Take care, Beatrice.
Bye.
Okay, who's going to answer this first? What do you think the side piece should do in this situation? The baby's here. We can complain about it. The baby's here. She still want to be acknowledged. Opinion,
I
what? Go ahead. Who said it first? Who said it?
it was me, Sunrise. I
Sunrise, you go first.
I think that first of all, her video the other day was just so trifling. Like she was like proud that she left him, or saying that she
It
left him.
sounded like it, didn't it?
You're a side chick.
Mhm.
You don't leave, like, you didn't leave anyone. You stopped tolerate. I gather you stopped taking the little scraps that he was giving you and felt that you could
Mhm.
move on to somebody else. But he wasn't yours to begin with to leave. So I don't understand how that made sense to her. But anyway, I mean, a child is a child. That's her priority. So if she wants to come out and say what she needs to say to feel, or to get his or her, the baby's father, present in his life, then, at the end of the day, do what you need to do. I think when it comes to children, like, gloves off, like, whatever she
That's what
needs
I
to,
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever
Mhm.
she needs to do to have him acknowledge her child, and to provide for her child, then I think the gloves are off. Do what you need to do.
Well, she should just do a paternity test then, if
Hmm.
she wants to shut everyone up. But to me, she's acting way too bothered to have supposedly left him alone. I get she's trying to say that's the father of her child. Do a paternity test, prove it, and leave it alone. Stop acting so bothered about him
So why
and your
isn't she in the
relationship.
background? Why doesn't she stay her place in the background? Why is she up here being disrespected and offended and going on live? I don't get this.
Because she's
Because
bothered Terrell, she still wants him.
yesterday when Tamika was on that, when Tasha was on that radio station, and they asked her about these babies, and she was saying her mannerism and everything, and she said something in a negative way, and she said that's what made her respond. She said Tasha know what's going on. Tasha know her husband out there slinging raw and all this, but Tasha, whatever you do to your family or your sister, how you treat your sister, and all of that, it's gonna come back and bite you so hard you're not gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody want to else speak before I say
Well, let me tell
Yeah,
you.
I, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just think this reality show is getting a little bit too real, right? These are real lives, and
real?
these are kids involved, and this young lady that came out. When she first came out, as you stated, she stated she had a picture in the sonogram and all of that. Then she retracted. Then she went back and stated that Rocky made her do it. which apparently is not a surprise because he's kind of that kind of person that likes to, tell people what to do or whatever the case may be. And but now it's like one of those situations where, it's a kid involved, and apparently it's not his first kid, according to this lady. There's a lot of other kids out there. What she needs to do right now is she needs to file for child support, and she needs to go down to, courthouse, file for child support, get a paternity test, as somebody else or a few people stated. Let this be a legal matter because he's not going to cooperate. Clearly, because he has a lot to lose. Well, he has his wife to lose. I don't know if she's going to leave him because of that, but if she does it, other women will do it as well. I think this guy is dangerous. He's ruined his wife's life. He's ruined a group life because I don't know if you noticed, but Candy stated that this is not the only thing that he's done. There's something else that's going to come up on the show where, it really upset the group. So I feel like he's been stealing money and making underhanded deals and all sorts of stuff behind their back. So, he needs to be exposed for every single thing he's done at this point.
Let me
what?
hold on, Jennifer. Let me let JT jump in because you haven't said anything. Sound off really quickly, JT.
Hey, Sherelle, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I do believe that Anna Mae and Ike stole that girl's money. But here's the thing with me with Tamika. I'm 100%, 1,000% behind Tamika. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm not. Okay. But here's the thing. I'm not talking to the blogs. I'm not talking to news. I'm talking to the...
Hello? JT. You went out and you're not even off mute. Oh.
I think she said that she will take it to the police. I think that's what the point she was getting at this point. And see, the problem with Tamika is that she really values her family relationships. And even though now it's out in the open, she doesn't want to see her sister go to jail. That's a hard thing for you to see your sister go to jail for either being an accomplice or for her to actually have signed or forged her signature. That's a really hard thing.
And knowing that you were the one that had to put her there too.
JT, you faded out.
I'm so sorry about that.
That's okay.
So sorry. I was saying I would take it to the feds and the IRS.
The feds?
Yes.
Oh,
because it's mail. It's mail fraud. So that's what that's federal time.
You would take your own sister to the feds?
I would take my own sister to the feds, her and her husband, because here's the thing. My sister is standing by a crook.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And if she don't have enough sense to know, $30,000 is not a small amount of money. My son wanted to borrow $2,500 from me and my husband, and I wrote up a contract and made him sign it.
Damn, he did.
So we worked too hard for our money. Now, here's the thing. One thing. When you loaning somebody money, my dad always said, don't loan anything you can't afford to lose. So even though I made him sign a contract, whatever, if he pay it back, he don't. If he don't, he'll get it when we die. But when you stealing money from me,
it's about the principle.
That's a whole, and then you acting like you not. That's the sad part about it. They acting like they not. Now, whatever you want to do in your household, you do in your household. But what they did is they brought their sister in by stealing her money. And even if the Latocha didn't know, when she found out, she should have stood with her sister. And said, this is wrong. Now, about the Arion number 2, cold salt number 2. Like, just stop. These women, this is a new age women. I'm old, Sherelle. I'm older than you. These are new age women. When mistresses used to remain a mystery.
No, you're old.
You didn't find out about them until to Mr. funeral. You know what I'm saying? It's like these women are so bold. You're messing with a married man and you think that you come before the wife and then you want to come out here and talk all this mess? The only reason why I have a problem with believing of this girl is because she came out first. Then she retracted it. Now you coming back out. It's like Wendy Williams' sister wife, this one, Martell's sister wife, they need to get a group. You know, it's just stupid.
Well, this could all be settled with a nice paternity test. Kesh, sound off. Unleash Kesh, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, sound off.
Um, to piggyback what the other caller just said a few minutes ago. Um, I don't lost my train of thought. Wait,
Oh,
what were you talking about again?
oh, we're talking about the threesomes, the menage a trois has been going on. I'm just kidding. Let me get back to you then. Opinion. What do you think the side piece should do now? Because she's all public.
Well, first of all, she need to go have several seats, okay? And let me tell you something. Everybody that's raising some kids out here, you need to teach your kids to have self-respect for your pocketbook. It used to be a time people would tell you your pocketbook is not just something to pass around to everybody.
Hold on. Are you talking code word when you say pocketbook?
You know what the
Cookie.
pocketbook is.
Yeah, old
You
school
know,
pocketbook.
you know your grandma used to tell you keep your pocketbook closed. You know what I'm saying? Like don't put your pocketbook on the floor. You know,
Keep it
that's the
close
same
and
thing.
keep it
That's the same
pushing.
thing for your goodies down there. It's a pocketbook. It should be treasured like one. It shouldn't be open for anybody to come in and just swipe. You know, nothing in there. No, it should be something that you treasure. That is your value. That's your crown and glory down there. You should have some respect for what comes and goes down there.
But
Like
the baby's here now. We could yell at her all day long.
the baby's here now, but if he ain't gonna take the DNA, she just said he won't take the DNA test. If he won't take the DNA test, what she gonna do? She need
Child
to keep
Feed
her
her.
mouth
support.
shut.
She needs to do like they do on First 48 and those other shows and follow him around till he drops a cigarette butt or a pop can and get his DNA off that.
You know they don't trust that no more because so many people done scammed the system. They don't trust
I'm
that
just
no more.
joking about that. I'm just joking about that.
Can't she take him to court?
Yep.
She can if she get him served, but she said she can't get him served. Evidently, she don't know his real address.
Oh wow.
She
Let
can
me go
find
back
it
to
out.
Unleash. Unleash, did you get your thoughts together?
I did.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
So I told her to do. I agree with what the other caller just said as well. Because we just had a training, not a training, but a shut in at our youth at church with our youth. And we was explaining that to them, to the young ladies and the young men about their self-worth and dignity. Because our culture, African American males, I'm a teacher and I'm telling you, it's sad. And we as a village, we have to go back and save this, change this city
You're
girl
saying that
narrative.
we gotta go back and save her?
No, not save her. Change this city girl, you know, sleep with everybody, sister wife
There's no
type of
changing.
narrative.
There's no I don't think you can change a person that been living this way for over a decade. You really think we could save her?
Uh,
Prayer helps everybody, Sherelle. We're gonna have to pray on these people.
Y'all gonna pray. That girl is got
They need some holy oil and they need some dang self-worth. Like these people don't have no self-worth, no self-respect.
they don't
That's the
fear
reason
God
why.
either.
That's the reason why they give out their body like that. That's because they don't have no ain't no self-righteous woman. And you heard I said the word woman because these act like little girls that don't have no self-worth. Ain't no self-worth woman gonna just spread her legs wide for a married man. It just don't happen.
and
Facts.
then the things that she was doing. But my point is, she's grown. She grown. She
And
said
you
it was.
can't get no man if you out there doing that because he ain't gonna want you as a wife. A man don't want no wife that's gonna spread it wide for anybody. He gonna want something that treasures theirs, that treats themselves like a woman, that cooks and cleans and knows how to take care of themselves and can be doing it all on their own. They just need a helpmate. Like don't no man want to come in and have no turn no into no housewife. You just don't want to do that.
Well, she's like Ariane, and they keep thinking that if I do stay in there long enough, this man will love you. He's never going to love you. Not
Never.
like
Sherelle,
that.
let me tell
Never.
you, my mother used to always tell us growing up. I mean, I think when we can talk, my mama started dropping gems on us poor girls. She always said, a woman's self worth, self esteem is her biggest commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Use
Mm-hmm.
that. You do not let a man dictate you. And here's the other thing with these side pieces, whatever. They ain't even. I don't know what to call them. But here's another thing. It's like, do you actually think when this woman leaves her husband, because he's not gonna leave her, like Mel gave Martell up on a platinum platter, and he still ain't married that girl. Do you think when the wives leave them that they are going to marry you? Seriously, after you done been in there all that time, why would they marry you when they're doing everything they want to do to you for free? You know, it's what it really is. To keep it all honest, it's sad to see so many sisters.
JT, if you had to send a message to our younger sisters, what would you say to them?
Raise your expectations of how you should be treated and add tax. No, you should know when it feels uncomfortable. It is. Another thing about it too, if you set up there and be with a man and he's not showing you anything and not doing you know when it doesn't feel right. You know when it doesn't feel right. Like, put yourself first. Put yourself first.
Girl, that's a good message. You are talking to our younger sisters out there. Listen to her.
Sherelle, let me tell you one more thing before I hang up. This is what my mom always said. Let's take this to heart. Never let a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. And a man will show you that he doesn't want you before he verbally tells you.
That part. That is so good.
Yes, I don't play like that. I've been with my
Can I
husband
just
43 years and I will still dump his ass.
Let's let the man jump in. Jump in, Larry.
Exactly. Thank you. That's where I was trying to get to. You know, I think it's a lot of times with these young ladies, they are attracted to a certain type of guy. They're attracted to somebody who's going to treat them rough, or not even treat them rough, but rough around the bad boy image. And I feel like somebody like Rocky is that kind of a person. And unfortunately, a lot of women are attracted to that. So I think you got to teach young ladies nowadays that the bad boys are what they are, but they're not gonna be in it for the long term. So that's what we should be teaching. I have 2 daughters. We should be teaching our young ladies, to not go with these bad boys who, yes, they may give you a thrill of night time or whatever, but that's about it. They're not gonna. It's not there for the long term.
I tried to tell my niece about this, and this is just my truth, and I'm not going to say your name, but she's 19 and attracted to stripping.
Oh, no.
She gets it from Nicki Minaj. No shade to Nicki Minaj. I'm saying they're a different generation than us. Cardi B was a stripper. I don't know when the strippers got glorified, because I'm kind of old, but that's what they're catering to these days. And I try to tell her, respect yourself. When you up there swinging on a damn pole, he's just looking at you as a piece of meat. But no matter what I say to her over and over again, I'm old, I don't know what I'm talking about, and she ignores me and goes out the door.
Well, Sherelle, basketball players and football players and them, that they actually marrying these strippers now.
And they married, so maybe times changed, y'all.
Times have changed. Strippers are winning now.
Look at Neo. Neo went and got him 2 old babies with one.
A stripper.
Yep.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Me neither.
You know what, Sherelle,
no, me neither, but that's just what's going on now.
I've been telling my friends that I am so happy that when we grew up, we had a different world. And I mean, Bill Cosby shady, but we had the Cosby Show. We had all those shows that showed us like, oh, let's go to college, let's do that. Like, these little kids, they're watching. I mean, I love, love and hip hop and all that too. But I also
we love it too.
But I am in my career. I have gone to college. I'm not watching love and hip hop thinking, oh, I want to become a rapper or an IG model or a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had other things to watch. Now it's only reality TV.
I think Miss Parker is right, because she told me this and it made sense. She said, going to college is a waste of time. She said that's the new diploma unless you're a doctor or something like that. She said,
I get that. And
And
they
I
are
correct
saying,
myself. Hold on really quick. I correct myself by saying Nikki was a stripper if she wasn't a stripper. But she's into like that image. You know what I'm talking about.
right,
Right.
But
they
my
are
Going to big butt and stuff like that. I know what you're talking about.
my niece said,
BBL.
I'm gonna make way more money than you by stripping.
And she might be telling the truth.
She might be telling the truth.
She might be.
So well,
But
so we gotta respect the strippers these days and give them their credit.
well,
Gotta
I'm
give
not.
it to 'em.
Yeah, and I will give it to them. But what I'm saying is, like they say now, that a lot of places, you can get a job now. They're not requiring you to have college skills. I was watching something on 60 Minutes where you can. This woman got like a job with the state, and like she had the six-figure paying job where they're taking a certain amount of people who don't have college experience. They're using life experience. So now, yeah, maybe college, but when we were growing up, they preached college, college, college.
And they don't do that anymore. She's saying a degree is the new diploma, and you could go to college if you want to and waste your money and be in debt. And she said, and I'm gonna be living the life of luxury. And I hate to say this because I
And it's
hate
not even a guarantee you're gonna get that job you went to college for.
that's true.
So
But I
Yep.
hate
And now you
That
got
is
these
true.
student loans.
I
Yeah,
hate
Oh,
you
I
in
got the
debt.
student
listen,
loans.
Yeah.
I got the
I'm
student
listening.
loans.
I'm listening to you guys as a professor.
I got
it's
the
true.
student
Professor,
loans.
I'm sorry. This is what they're saying in the streets. They are not going to college these days. They're stripping. They're making that fast money. They're doing OnlyFans. And I will say she probably does make more money than me, way more money than me. Because I think one time she told me she made $70,000 in 1 month from OnlyFans.
Same.
But
I
See,
believe it. I've been
CG Hanna made millions,
mhm.
so a million or whatever.
I've been a professor for about 8 years now, and I teach in a school of continuing studies. So I teach adult students who are returning to school. Like most of them work full time and just trying to get their degree. So they may be at a job at companies to where maybe they want to post out for another position and a degree is required, but they're in their 30s, 40s, even some early 50s, that just want to pursue their degree. And it's hard. It's hard, and it definitely shows the distinction in generations. And enrollment is low.
People aren't
People
going to
are
college
not.
today. But you
pe-
know what, Professor? What these women on the panel are saying, a lot of times when you go to college, you walk away with a big ass debt.
no,
You absolutely do. You absolutely do. And it's some, and just being transparently honest, sometimes it is not worth it. Um, it's really not, and that's just being honest. I have a godson entering, college next year, and I have spoken with him specifically about, okay, if you're choosing what major, what jobs are you looking to obtain with that major? What is the salary? What is the pathway to get to that job? Because you don't want to waste your time or money. And all throughout his high school years, I have stressed to him the importance of good grades so that we can minimize loans if utilizing
But
any.
that's kind of old school. I was taught. Now I'm Miss Parker's changed my mind. I was taught get good grades, go to college, and you have it made. And now these new people they saying,
These
I'm
kids, if they don't want to be strippers, they want to be Instagram influencers,
right.
and you can't deny that they're
But
making the money.
and
I
they
know,
they
Yeah.
are
Sherelle, but
absolutely
here's
making the money.
they're making the money, but I don't know. I just if I had it to do all over again, I would go to college again. I
I
But
don't
really
know.
but
If
would.
I
here's the
had to
thing.
do all over again and be young again, I probably would be a stripper, Sherelle.
Can I just say
I'm
something?
not even
Yeah.
gonna.
But
Did
here's
you
the
Can I
did
just
you
thing.
say
see how
something?
good them girls look on that pole?
And
They
they
work
look good.
hard.
But here's the
Well,
You
thing.
know,
We
Sherelle,
one
have to be
thing.
very
Hold on, hold
Sherelle,
on,
clear.
hold on, Aaron, hold on. Let's let Eddie speak really quickly. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you doing? Yes, me being a huge fan of Escape, I'm talking about since '94 when I was in sixth grade. You know, my thing again is one thing. It's almost Latasha almost gives me the Kelly Price syndrome. where I would rather have not known you on reality TV at the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I
Right.
feel like, knowing them and seeing them, I see them in a whole different light.
Mm-hmm.
Tamika was always my favorite. I always felt like she had the best voice to me, and I'm a singer too, so I feel like she always had the best voice. She had the best control, strongest, whatever. But I always felt like she always was rooting for her sister to make it because I feel like that was a family thing, growing up in the church and all of that stuff. So honestly, I literally like went into tears when I saw her, go into that mold because me having a degree in psychology, I know you reach your breaking point at the time when she's screaming and she's saying, this happened. And they got quiet because they knew that the cameras were there. And there was another point when they were outside and the mother was stepping towards her and she was backing up. So I almost want to know, has there been any physical abuse as well with that?
Right.
So it just, the whole thing to me is, I feel like it needed to happen. I feel like Latocha has to go and really admit the reason why you didn't make it as a solo artist. You have a beautiful
That's good.
voice,
And that's the truth.
but first it's Candy. Candy's the reason why you didn't make it, which had nothing to do with that. Now you're saying that it's this. It's you. It's you and that husband of yours that has really ruined your opportunity to do that. Now that almost 50, you want to do gospel music. And I'm gonna tell you something about gospel artists. R&B is different because you don't have to have the best voice as an R&B singer. But in gospel, I don't think she's going to make it in that. And then they've already seen what you've done. So that whole, she's already sabotaged her wannabe solo career again for the second time.
Damn, you
Because
come
of
with
the show.
facts.
And Sherelle, we did get off track. We was starting to talk about something
I'm
else. I
sorry.
think we forgot all about that.
Right.
Yeah.
About Latasha, and everyone was talking about her bleaching her skin. And I'm wondering, one of the reasons she's staying with Rocky is self-esteem issues. But
Yep.
also, I'm wondering if the bleaching of the skin has to do with this mistress. She's fair
Yep.
skinned and everything. And I'm wondering if she like, oh, okay, so that's his type.
So
And
I'm
it
being
is.
told that bleaching your skin is a taboo thing here. Like we frown it, but I hear in other countries like Jamaica and
Oh,
Africa.
and Africa, they definitely do it, but it's
Yeah.
also from
Yep.
vanity. It's a vanity standpoint because they feel like lighter, whiter
Isn't
skin
that
No,
is
Yeah,
sad?
it's
more
better. That's
beautiful.
how they
I
feel
don't know
over there in
if I'm
Africa and Jamaica.
I don't know if
Uh,
I'm buying the bleaching thing though. Do you think that that's just foundation in certain
Now
it
lighter
look at
could
her
skin
be.
tones?
knuckles.
It could
That's
be. I
another.
don't
That's
know.
another thing. You could put on lighter foundation these days, and I
And
see.
Yeah.
this camera lighting does everything.
Yeah, because
So
Yeah.
Oval
I'm
did it.
not sure if I'm buying into that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
All
just
right,
saying
y'all.
if she is,
This is a
maybe
sad
that's
thing. We
why.
all got to come back on Monday. I mean, I love this show. And did you guys hear it's like not getting high ratings? I don't understand why. Um,
What?
yeah,
Oh, the
That's
ratings are going to
crazy.
get higher.
you think
It's
they'll
going to
get
get
higher?
higher.
Well, they just started. But you know
Absolutely.
what, Sherelle? What I wanted to say really quick was um Latasha tried to make it, like he said, a couple of times, right? Now, even though she likes to blame Candy for this and blame Candy for that, but the thing is, in the first time they came back on TV, they all was begging Candy to come back to the group. Candy finally comes back to the group, and it was just all a thing for her and her husband to get her name back out there just so she can up and go try to go solo again. And it's not going to work again because she had ill intentions.
Yeah. This is a good show, y'all. We got to watch it. We have to support because they're being real. So at least, I get tired of staged reality TV, and these feelings are real. When Tamika was crying, those tears were real.
Did you see the
So
clip for tomorrow's show, Sherelle?
I did see it. Yeah.
I
Where,
didn't see it.
where was it with Coco? No, not Coco. Taj talking to Tasha.
It was Tamika talking to her mom.
No, I didn't see that one.
What?
What happened?
She was talking to her mom, and her mom was like, what is going on with me, you, and Latasha? And she was like, Mom, you play favoritism. And her mom said, how? And Latasha said, Tamika said, you act like you're the fifth member of the group, and that you tell me and Latasha what to do. And her mother screamed and said, I am the fifth member of the group. I am the fifth member of the group.
What?
Lord,
From the minute
no.
I put that
Where's Mama
microphone,
Joyce in all of this?
For
she said,
real.
Right.
she said, from the minute I put that microphone in your hand as a little girl, your father walked out on us and he didn't care if we swam or sank.
Mm. You know
And
what?
So
Listen,
now let's
Tamika
get
told
into the
her mom,
root.
and Tamika said, I feel like my mom treats me the way she does because I look like my father and I'm a daddy's girl.
oh,
I
She
always said
hasn't,
that.
and she hasn't healed from, you know, her
Mhm.
separation with my dad, and I look like him.
that's sad.
I
That
said
is
that because
sad.
Latasha and her mother do look exactly alike.
Mhm.
And they
Oh
both got
man.
them smirky smiles.
That's it.
Look like
This
the Lemonhead box boy.
Mhm.
this
That's
is
what
the
their head
best
shaped like.
show right now, reality show on television. It's real. I don't even think that they will mend any fences during the second season. I feel like this is raw, and I think this is going to go on for a long time. I think that Tamika's going to eventually have to just go on with her life. I don't think she'll ever get what she wants. I just don't think that.
But
She
did you
should
hear
just.
her mother? She say she's jealous.
She
I
said
couldn't believe that.
she's a
When
horrible mother. No offense. I don't like to talk about anybody's mom. I am judging you on what I am seeing.
Now,
And
this
right,
one time we want Mama Joyce to come and stand up.
yeah.
Right. That's what I'm
right,
waiting for.
right.
Where Mama Joy? We miss Mama Joyce. I never thought I would, but I do. I do. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. This is so good. We got much more to talk about. I have a feeling other women are going to come forward. And don't forget the rumor that I found out that Unique allegedly sent a letter to Latasha's church telling her about the baby. If that ain't foul, I don't know what
That's
is.
trifling. That's
Mhm.
trifling. That's not. That's
Wow.
That's
attention
trifling.
seeking.
That's
But I
trifling.
still think about when she stole her sister money, so payback's a bitch.
Yeah,
All right.
hey, when it come back around, it don't matter how it comes back. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, nice talking to y'all. I got to end things here.
All
Everybody in the
right.
chat, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. This was a great conversation. We
Bye,
need a
y'all.
name. We need a name when we have conversations like this. Like I don't know. I got to think of something. But anyway, thank you guys. It was very enjoyable. I appreciate you guys calling.
World opinions.
Thank you.
I don't know what to be called. I'm gonna sit down and think about it because we be giving advice. Okay, we be breaking it down. Clack, clack, clack. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate the call. Take
All
care.
right.
Love.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.
That was
See
really
y'all.
fun. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Uh, Thank you all so much. This was an enjoyable conversation, and I'm really enjoying this show. It's really good. It's real. These are real emotions. So I want to thank the whole cast for just being open and honest. It's a mess, and I hope they get it together. I mean, at the end of the season, I'm enjoying this. Is that bad? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, you guys. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, I'm done for today. All right, guys. Until next time, bye for now.